This morning star Trinny Woodall set up her premium beauty and skincare business Trinny London back in 2017, which has since been valued at £180 million. Trinny Woodall has revealed she is yet to buy and live in her own home despite her wealthy fortune, as she opened up about taking a risk during past money struggles. The fashionista and mother of one, 63, set up her beauty and skincare business Trinny London back in 2017, which quadrupled its profits during lockdown. According to Forbes, the company had a £180 million valuation in 2021, which she described as a pivotal moment last year. Despite her success, Trinny has revealed she still lives in a rented home but is keen to own something before she has to potentially scale back on her work in a few years' time. Speaking on Sophie Ellis Bextor's Spinning Plates podcast, the entrepreneur recalled how before taking a risk with her business, she struggled with money and sold her home after the death of her ex-husband Johnny Elikaoff in 2015 and her work schedule becoming quieter. She explained, "The residue income was drying up and I wasn't doing any more TV and I had this idea. So, there was that period when the life I thought I would create for myself had not. I had been earning a lot money. I bought this big house, mortgage, everything. I had this big overhead and then I wasn't getting the revenue in. So I couldn't afford the big life." Despite money woes, Trinny was still keen to get started on a business she would be totally responsible for and went on the hunt for an investor. Until that moment came, however, Trinny recalled having to sell her home as well as multiple items of her clothing. "I knew I could change house and knew Lila could adapt quickly," she shared. "The most important thing for them is what's going on inside that house. I first of all rented it out and then I knew I'd have to sell it." At the time, loved ones advised Trinny to find a regular job to get some income for her and Lila. But keen to get her business up and running, she dismissed the idea and stuck to her plan. Thankfully for the presenter, the move paid off and she is now the company's main shareholder, with a 42% stake. Now in the money, Trinny plans to finally own a property of her own and help her daughter Lila with a flat. She shared, "Still today, I live in a rental. I don't own a home. I own part of home. A little chalet in France. So I have my roots as slightly somewhere and it's also a place we've had for 25 years. For Lila it's the most important place actually." She went on to say, "I sit in this place where I think it's successful right now but it's not yet where it needs to be for me to feel I have total freedom of. I bought and paid for a house. I do want to be in a position where I can be in a home that I own, where I can also help Lila towards a flat."